Hey, what's up? It's Ben here. I'm a pretty frugal guy and I'm a heavy saver, not a spender. And as you can tell in most of my videos, I wear a simple t-shirt because that's all I need. I don't make a six-figure income or anything. I'm just an average guy who's slowly building his wealth a penny at a time. If you're a millennial or younger, this video is going to be perfect for you because this is coming from a guy who literally slept in a tent in Southern California, specifically in Irvine, making less than minimum wage as a real estate agent. And here's my actual tent. The winter time was freaking cold, but it wasn't bad at falling to sleep in the rain. So if you already have a tight budget, let me show you 8 of my best ways to save even more money. And of course, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. Think about the reason why you're doing it and the ultimate purpose for doing it. Is it because you need the money for your family, your business, or your future? So understand your why and it will give you the motivation to do it. So let's start with number 1, housing. If you're living on your own or renting a place, housing will be one of your largest expenses. For me, when I was living in Los Angeles County or Orange County, housing can be pretty pricey, but that doesn't mean that you can't be creative with your housing situation. I just decided to rent out someone's courtyard and place a tent there and pay $200 a month for rent, which include utilities and internet, which was a really good deal for me since it's like having my own private area. If you want to take it up a notch and cut your housing expenses even further, you can always live in your car if you have one, and for shower, you can go to your local gym for showers and pay a monthly membership fee so you have access to their showers. If you're near a beach with shower units, even better. I know not everyone likes to be a camper, so if you do have a room or a place, simply rent it out or find a roommate to share. Just by doing this alone will drastically cut your housing expenses to almost half, splitting rent and utilities. But if you really want to save more, then consider moving in with your parents. This alone will literally save you thousands of dollars depending on where you live. Just imagine a couple extra thousands of dollars at the end of the year. Will it be worth it for you? Number 2, transportation. For those of you who own a car, you know that there's a monthly cost that goes into it just to have it. You got car insurance, you got maintenance, you got fuel. Now, I'm not telling you to sell your car and buy something cheaper because if you really wanted to save money, you probably have done it by now. For car insurance, did you know that 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance? I don't know if the little lizard can help you or not, but what you can do is take your quote for that car insurance and shop it around to other car insurance places and see if they can match it or give you a better rate. Honestly, I did it and it helped me save $500 a year. If you can shop that rate 4 or 5 times, you're going to come out with a solid deal. As for fuel, try to find the cheapest gas station near you. So if you're driving, I use an app called Gas Buddy. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Basically, what the app does is that it scans the area and gives you a live update of gas prices near you. I use this a lot because I just thought that it's really helpful for me just to fill up a full tank when it's empty. Number 3, food. Now this is from my personal experience and just feeding myself. I rarely go out to eat because it's expensive. Everyone is going to have their own likes and dislikes, and what I do might be too extreme for some. When I was living in my tent with about $150, I can feed myself for 1 full month, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and occasionally some snacks. That's about $5 a day because I always buy in bulk whenever I can. Oats and rice will be the cheapest and most filling for you. It doesn't mean that you're going to have to eat the same thing over and over again. There are always different seasonings you can use to change things up. Now, you might be wondering, with $150, you're going to be limited on the amount of meat you buy, which is right. So to maximize your budget, you'll need to go to your local grocery stores, go to the meat section, find the meat you want to buy. For instance, let's say you want to buy a pack of chicken breasts and the sell-by date is 1 week from now. And what I do is that within three days away from the sell-by date, I go back to the same store and check if the meat is still there and if they still have the same sell-by date. If the store can't sell their meat fast enough, they'll place a clearance sticker next to the sell-by date so people can actually buy it for cheaper and they can move it off the shelf. Then a new batch of fresh meat can go in. And you can save at least 25% off just by buying meat that's close to a sell-by date. And obviously, there's always going to be ads you can check on and do some couponing if you want. Number 4, utility bills. Now, gas and electricity will cost you if you don't manage it correctly. Since I live in California, electricity bills are super high during the summer. For gas, Roommates in general, not so much. If you have a roommate or roommates, that's great. You'll be sharing the bill already. And if your rent includes everything already, then I mean, you can't do much. But for me, during the summertime, if I feel too hot and uncomfortable in my own place, I would literally just go to a coffee shop like Starbucks or a local library just to chill and do my work or study instead of using the AC at my place. Because why? You get free AC and free Wi-Fi already. Plus, people watching is already included. Number 5, negotiate for a better rate with your service providers. Now, most likely, utility companies aren't going to budge on their rates, but you can definitely do this for any type of insurance, phone bills, or internet services. When that contract is about to expire, call them up and ask politely if there are any deals for your current service right now. If you mention their competitors, or just simply be nice about it and let them know that they offer so-and-so services at this rate, do you have anything that's similar to that? I would say 8 out of 10 times they'll find something to match it, because it's easier to keep you as a customer than to simply acquire another customer. So yeah, it doesn't hurt just to pick up a phone to talk to a live representative. Number 6, cut down on any unnecessary expenses. Now for this to be unnecessary, I usually use a 50% rule most of the time. If I don't use something for at least 50% of the time, I'm going to cut it or prevent myself from getting it. For example, Netflix. I used to have it, now I don't, because I have other options like YouTube and other websites, if you know what I mean. It's 2020. If you don't have your friend's account, then what are you doing? Or maybe you have that gym membership that you go like once a week. Is that really doing you any good? So if it's not going to be part of you, or that you're not going to use it often, why not just cut it? Number 7, reduce buying stuff that makes you temporarily happy. For this part, I'm basically talking about anything that gives you that brief moment of satisfaction, like buying clothes or gadgets that you later lose interest in and it basically sits in your room for years. I know for clothes, there's people who like to dress up and impress, but you can still impress by mixing and matching different outfits without buying more. I mean, I wear the same thing over and over again most of the time. But if you do end up making this small change and you can reflect on this, this will definitely help you save money from buying unnecessary items. Number 8, shop for deals. Now, if you really want to buy something, always do your research first. Don't just blindly go online and start buying something. Sometimes after doing hours of research, you might end up not wanting to buy it because you'll then come to a realization that it's probably not right for you. But if so, and you really want to buy it, consider checking out the clearance section first. Now, I don't mean to always buy cheap stuff. Cheap stuff usually don't last long, and it's okay to pay a little bit more for quality products. This way you know that the item will last longer. For example, if you're buying online, use a Google Chrome extension called Honey. Now, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just find it to be useful because it legit scans for discount codes all over the internet so you can save when you're purchasing the item. Overall, if you're really planning to save, you must track your money and plan ahead, because I believe that if you just go and implement some of these tips and tricks, you can honestly save hundreds or thousands of dollars. Write it down on a piece of paper if you really want to hit a certain goal, and at the end of the year, you'll be able to see how much you can save and your bank account will thank you for it. I hope you guys like this. If you like this, feel free to give it a like and maybe consider subscribing as I talk more about money related topics. I'll catch you all later.